Deacons will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So NC State's offense will start this game off. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook.
They have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And off to Jones. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Turning it on! He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Power football with the run. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Looks as if NC State has a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Quick release by the QB. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. Trying to power it in. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They'll try to blast their way in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Wake Forest's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Punch it out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. We reach the break. It's NC State on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. That's caught. It's Vaughn. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Man, I love on third down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Coming out with it, it's Jordan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He wants to throw it again. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got the first down, looking for more. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Man down. Play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too, so...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got him this time. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bannon. Now on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. The Demon Deacons are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
One more snap coming before halftime. Going to the running game. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They've got the screen set up. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. And the Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Stealing a score on special teams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it on the left. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wake.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll go right back to him. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it. Forced the punt, and the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lawson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. A strike downfield. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. There he goes. Got enough for the 1st. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll start this drive firing. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And the Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Punt is on its way. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Demon Deacons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give him.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Finds his man. It's Lawson. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through. It's really helping out this offense.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Trying to pound it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Demon Deacons can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got him. Gets away from one, finds room. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. They'll immediately call timeout.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
The Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten the rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Bomber, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everyone.